Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm back here for the Raw review for October 6th, 2025. I'm back. Yeah, I'm trying my best to catch up here with what's going on. We just did the SmackDown review for October 3rd. Now we finna do the Raw review for October 6th. And I'm gonna let y'all guys know because the last show I gave a rating of a 1.0. Friday. I mean, I said Friday. SmackDown was just terrible. It was bad. But this show I probably will rate a little bit higher because it was some things. Only like one little thing I kind of did was like, oh snap. But it wasn't nothing like really that great. But this episode of Raw was kind of long too. This episode was dang near going on 3 hours. So a lot of stuff did happen in this episode just to add on. But at the end of the day, it wasn't really nothing that special. Let's be honest. And it was the same old BS shenanigans, terrible booking. But let's get into it. Knight steals the pin and tag team victory with CM Punk against the Usos. Yeah, we're going to talk about that at the end because the way that match finished was just one of the ridiculous, just it was just such a lazy, dumb finish, honestly. But let's get into it. Roman Reigns challenged Bronson Reed to an Australian street fight at Crown Jewel. Man, Roman Reigns is so watered down under Triple H. It's ridiculous. When Roman Reigns came out, it's shocking that he's still over, even though he gets booked so trash. But in my mind, I'm like, it's just gonna end bad. It's nothing gonna be good. It's like everybody keeps getting booked in the same way. Roman comes out, he don't even get to shoot a Roman promo. At least talk to the audience. He ain't even get a chance to do that. Soon as he's finna speak, here comes Bronson Reed like he's some threat. He's still a damn jobber. Shouldn't even be fighting Roman Reigns to begin with. He comes out, starts talking all his mess about him being put in the stretcher, and that never happened. And then eventually it just led into a match between them and Crown Jewel. How freaking garbage is that? Man, Triple H made sure he ruined Roman Reigns' career. I need to make a video about him because his career is pretty much over with too. Because it is. It's like you're fighting Bronson Reed again. You already beat him. Now you're getting put on now you're fighting him in a damn street fight again at a PLE for nothing. Roman Reigns, one of the best champions we ever had in WWE, is now fighting a jobber who Seth Rollins doesn't even care about. This is stupid. Didn't even get to shoot a promo. Dumb. They have a fight. This was bad. I can't even believe Mr. H is doing this to Roman. Like, why, man? Then you wonder why your views going down. The dude is a star. The dude is over, but you're gonna book him in the worst way. You'll book a Sami Zayn better than he'll book a Roman Reigns. This is Mr. H logic, people. What a horrible, terrible logic to have. Oop, I was just checking my sound levels. Maxine Dupree defeats Becky Lynch via countout. Now I know some people who really like this match and enjoyed this, but I didn't like it too much because we already seen this fight before. We've already seen Becky go against Maxine and Maxine loses. Maxine is not a character who's getting built up in any kind of manner. She's like worse than Chelsea Green when it comes to a build. Becky, where is AJ Lee? It's like AJ Lee disappeared and nothing ever happened with that. Lyra and Bailey are busy on Bull, and so you just throw Maxine Dupree at her again, like you did like a few months ago again. I mean, the match was just, it's a clear underdog story being told. Maxine won, but it doesn't really mean much, honestly. It ain't like Maxine gonna really challenge her, be booked strong and beat her, so who cares? Yeah, Maxine won, but she won when she won by count out. And I don't even think the title was on the line in this fight. It just wins by count out. Whoop de doo. This is the terrible. Roxanne Perez defeats Lyra Valkyria. This is bad too because we've been seeing Lyra and Bailey fight Roxanne and them like over and over and over and over again. And Judgment Day was getting jobbed out majority of the time, might I add. This whole Bailey 52 personality stuff doesn't it's so forced and so stupid just to keep her around Lyra and keep them feuding. It's just dumb. It's real dumb. Like, I'm tired of seeing Lyra and Bailey fight. Why is Roxanne and them not working in the real tag team matches to go back for the belts? Why are they just in pointless singles matches to keep Lyra relevant? This is dumb. Who cares who won this match, really? This is stupid. I'm trying to think, though. I think The only reason Lyra lost, I think, is because of Bailey. Let me see. While constantly needing to contend with Raquel Rodriguez at ringside, Bailey was blasted by a big foot from Perez's ally. Valkyria came to the aid of Bailey, but this allowed Perez to hit a pop rocks. Okay, now I remember right. So here it go. You lost because of Bailey distraction. You by your own partner. So again, Lyra got protected. She didn't. Roxanne did not beat her clean. It's just stupid shit. Oh, Bailey doesn't help you win. She has 1,000 personalities and then attacks you and acts weird. I can't believe they did it. Right after the match, and incest, Bailey dragged Valkyria to the backstage area in search of their adversaries. Right, and then I think later on in the match, I think they attacked. Who did they attack backstage? Was it Raquel and both of them? Let me see. Right, a lot of bloodline stuff going backstage. A lot of stuff in this episode between Jimmy J and Roman, which is still interesting. Even though, again, Roman, when I see Roman doing this shit, I'm like, damn you, Mr. H. Like, Roman used to have a whole stage set up back for him in the locker room, like a table. He used to have his own area. Paul, it looked way more better when Roman would shoot his promos. Now he's just standing in random backstage areas, but you're still trying to make these promos seem like they were just as good like 2-3 years ago, which they're not. So I just got to add that in. There was a lot of that going on, even though it was a little interesting, though. Even though none of this is probably going to go anywhere with J&M, and it's clearly just keeping them conflict with each other to protect other wrestlers. But CM Punk, LA Knight, and the Usos got into a fight. Now, this part was a little interesting to me. It was because CM Punk finally came back. Nothing to do with AJ Lee. So now they're throwing him back in with Jay and LA Knight. Didn't we kind of see this already? As if they're fighting for Seth's belt, even though none of these dudes got thrown into a pay-per-view for a title opportunity, which I think would have been better. Like, put these three in a triple threat. Jimmy comes in. He doesn't know what to do, who to help. Jay it sneaks LA Knight. Then Jimmy attacks CM Punk. It was interesting though, just because of them being on snake shit. But at the end of the day, this really ain't gonna really amount to much. And it's like, damn, they just blocked all y'all up, threw y'all all in together, while Seth gets to go do what the hell he's been doing for like months now. So this is kind of pointless, but slightly interesting to me. Kari Zane defeats Io Sky. Like, why are these two girls fighting in the first place? We know why they're fighting, but come on, why is Io fighting her own teammates? This shit was just dumb. Why would you write them to go against each other? Just like Jay, Jimmy, and Roman, why are you writing them to go against each other? Why are you writing the Kabuki Warriors to go against each other? Just so Rhea can stay relevant. This is dumb. Kyrie Zane shouldn't even be beating no EOS guy neither. Now I think Oscar, who's done turned into a straight demon, even though I really like Oscar's character and her acting, though her acting is top tier. But let's be honest, Oscar is a demon now. Uh, I guess she helped her win. I'm gonna have to go back and look at this because I think she helped her win. Let's see. Sane hit a catastrophic Alabama slam on Sky's head, slammed into the hardest part of the mat. Oh, yeah, that happened during the match, too. It reminded us of Kyle Fletcher when he got thrown into the edge of the apron. Well, yeah, same thing happened to EO Sky. Zane went for an insane elbow, but the genius of the Sky lifted her knees and blasted her airborne opponent. As Sky was going for over the moonsault, Asuka distracted her. This allowed Zane to roll up Sky, with Asuka helping her by pulling the ropes to get Zane to win. So again, a non-clean victory. So they protected EO in a way, but these two girls shouldn't be fighting really in the first place. This is just dumb. You don't see them fight like that, which is slightly interesting, but move on. Still kind of pointless to keep. And Rhea wasn't even there to help EO, which was ridiculous too. I thought I thought y'all were a team, so EO can be there to help Rhea, protect Rhea, but Rhea can't be there to help her. That's stupid. AJ Styles, Dragon Lee, and Penta defeat the Judgment Day. This is just dumb. Why are we still keeping the titles on Judgment Day? Why are Finn and JD still running around with these titles, not defending nothing and being thrown in pointless triple threats? Shouldn't we be building these tag team divisions up? Shouldn't we be really doing that? Shit, SmackDown was doing it for a minute, but now they ain't even doing it no more. Like, tag teams just don't mean anything no more. Charlotte and Alexa just never there. Like JD and blockhead JD and freaking Finn just never putting them up or getting in singles matches, just holding them forever, not even getting on PLEs with them. This was a very pointless match just to put AJ over, who's literally supposed to be fighting John Cena, but he's with Dragon Lee and Penta. This shit is dumb. This shit is stupid. And it don't matter who wins. CM Punk and LA Knight defeat the Usos. The Usos, one of the greatest tag teams ever, are losing to a thrown together tag team of LA Knight and CM Punk. Now I think this match did have some weird shenanigans at the end of it though. Like I don't think it was a clean victory for this one. I'm trying to fully remember. I might have to read this one though. But still, damn, the Usos lost. But you was just building a whole story around them and talking about how Roman wanted you to be in the main spot. Then they lose? What the hell? As soon as the bell rang, CM Punk, LA Knight, and the Usos started clobbering each other. Punk and Knight were not cohesive as they, and look, these dudes ain't even cool and they still beat you. What type of garbage is that? As they started to viciously tag each other into the match. Punk connected with a top rope elbow drop onto Jimmy, but Jimmy hit a super kick following a GTS attempt. Jay landed the Uso splash, but Knight interrupted the count. Jay hit a spear on Punk, but Punk eventually landed a GTS on Jay. Knight then tagged himself in. See, this is why, like, the match was actually decent, and it was a little different between the Bronson and the Braun stuff, but it's still just dumb. Like, what? Like, so it was a clean victory, and it was a stolen victory too. So the Usos didn't even get protected in this. Jay hits him with a spear, but then he recovers and then lands a GTS, and then LA Knight just comes in and steals the win. What a terrible ending. What a terrible ending. This is terrible. And it makes the Usos look horrible. It does. And then you let them steal the victory. No, like dramatic nutness at the end. Just, oh, you hit him GTS. I stole your shit. Yeah. Yeah. Like, what the hell? I'm gonna rate this Raw slightly better than SmackDown. I don't even want to give it a 3 because I was just going over it again. I was just so disgusted by everything that was happening. Besides the Roman J Uso whooping, like turning on mugs and stuff, and then Roman trying to have his storylines. Besides that, that was really it. This was like a 2 out of 10. I was thinking 3. But the rest of the show was just that bad where I could just give it a 2 out of 10. So slightly better than SmackDown. Please hit that like, comment. Let me know, man. And I still got more catching up to do. Now I got to go over the SmackDown that we had, what was that, on the 10th before Crown Jewel. So I'll see you guys later, man. This is just a lot of nothing. A lot of nothing in this. Just a lot of nothing. And Roman just watered down to nothing. To nothingness.